Once again, if you're just joining us, apologies if the stream ends suddenly or is cut off or moves around. We're just working out some technical difficulties here before our upcoming Bonspiel this weekend. So I'll be with you in and out here as we work on our technology a little bit this evening, but this is the final event here of the spring season of our Futures League. So this is an informal finals event here, just playing for fun and for bragging rights against the other team. And right now, yellow has hammer, but red sits 2 with just the smallest little opening available to get in there. Can they get through the hole? This is starting to curl. This is starting to curl, sweeping hard. Can they make it through the gap? No. Just bounces off the guard. Does make the hole ever so slightly wider. And Jamie Smith there successfully closes the hole back down. So we'll see if there's any pathway here for yellow to get one of those 2 reds out at least. Not even really trying to score here, just looking to see if they can move a red stone out. But I believe they're talking that if they come in here and hit this stone at the right angle, that there is some space. They could just send it right back into that center stone there and score potentially. But really would like to at least make sure it moves one of those red stones out of the way, even if the yellow stays around or not. At least you cut down the damage. So here we go. Can he make the run back? This is tight. Sweeping hard right away. Gonna have to hold the line here quite a bit, and this is gonna over curl. And does it spin into outcount that other red? No, not quite. So close to having a good plan B there, but that'll be a score of 2 for red here in the first end. So steals 2 without hammer. And our yellow team here going to have to reset and try again here in the second end. So another solid start here to the second end for our team throwing the red stones. And a hit on the way here from yellow, but this is going to hang a little wide. Sails right on past, leaves red sitting 2 in a center guard. Called for by skip Jamie Smith. Looks like it's going to have a great line, and it settles just into the top 12. That's an excellent stone. The shot stone there on the button is a little bit exposed, but so they'll clear the red guard out of the way and leave their yellow just a little bit of a biter there on the top 12. So now a different strategy coming from the red team as they elect to split the house, I believe, is what they're trying to do, although they are all acting as if this stone is pretty heavy. Nobody touching for it, asking it to sit and slow down. It's going to go to the back of the house, but it is going to stay around. Just the second end, so that side of the house certainly not warmed up yet, pebble not broken down, so lots of bite back there still if your weight's right. Part of the reason, of course, curling is so often referred to as chess on ice is the strategy is, constantly changing based on your opponent's moves, but also you have to think of a second strategy, which is your strategy against the ice. The ice constantly changes. Every end gets faster, gets slower. Spots speed up, spots slow down as rocks go over them or as they sit unused. So you're calling against the opponent, but you're also calling a game against the ice conditions. And oftentimes, no matter whether you're talking the pros at the Olympics or us average folk here at your local curling club, the team that can read the ice the fastest has a pretty good chance at victory. And we just saw a great hit there by the yellow team to almost tuck under their guard. And a miss here by the red team, although really, if you're the red team, you're more than happy with that outcome as you get the guard out of the way. And you have access to the Yellowstone, but now yellow a chance to split the house if they want. probably their best chance at 2 points, but electing to take the little bit more conservative strategy and just go for their, at least try to secure their 1 point by throwing a guard here. This is heavy. Quite heavy. This is going to go through the house if it doesn't make contact with their own stone. And it will not, so right on by. And an unfortunate miss there, as that's going to allow the red team to just take out that yellow shot stone and sit 3. And that stone a little wide, now trying to sweep to get it to curl, and just enough. Takes out the yellow stone, stays in the house. Red sits 3. Now all 3 stones are behind the tee line. And sometimes when you have hammer, that can work to your advantage. So, you know, leaves you some backing to throw freezes potentially if you want, if you're really desperate and want to set up an end. But it looks like the yellow team here is just going to elect to try to remove that red stone that's by itself. This stone is diving, though. This is going to have to hold, or it will not. Does not hold the line, does not remove the red stone. The stones at the Pittsburgh Curling Club were just textured not even a month ago yet, so fresh stones still have a lot of bite, a lot of curl. And if you're not familiar with that process, curling clubs every so often run their stones across heavy grit sandpaper to scratch the bottom of the rocks and give them some bite into the pebble of the ice. And the fresher they are from that scratch, the more they curl as they grab the ice. So you can see the stone there that just came down the ice. When you only throw 1 or 2 rotations of handle against fresh scratched stones, it can be pretty hard to keep them on the correct line. Now the rocks have broken in quite nicely in preparation for, again, we have a tournament this weekend, our big end-of-year Tropicurl tournament, so stones are going to be in great shape for that, as is the ice. Should be a wonderful event for the 40 teams coming in from all across the United States and Canada for that event. Red team jumping on this for their skip. And a great sweep there, taking it all the way into the 8-foot. So red sits 4 here, and this is dangerous if you're the yellow team, as the situation starts to mount against you. Although one bonus, I suppose, is that the house is wide open. So even though there's a lot of stones in play, there's no guards, nothing's covered. You're going to have a hit or a draw with your final shot, no matter what, to try and score a point. So some discussion here on, how exactly they want to go about trying to score 2 still. And it looks like they're going to just elect the hit. And, hey, this is amateur curling. This is our Futures League. Anything can happen if you can make this hit here and stick around. Maybe you get a miss out of the other team and you still got a chance at 2. End-to-end sweep here, and this is going to be very well executed. Hits and sits shot stone. So they did what they could. And skip of the red team, Jamie Smith here, gonna remove that stone now. And try to go back to sitting 4 red. Tricky thing, too, will be if he can remove it and just sit on the nose. Because of where his other stones are positioned in the house, there's a good chance that the yellow team would not be able to just re-hit. They would have to throw a draw, probably against 4. So you can change their strategy a little bit here if you can make this hit. Now they do want this to curl across the face of that stone a little bit. Or even just dead nose it, and that's pretty much what they do. So right back to where we started, red sitting 4. And what can the yellow skip come up with here? And we can see here, because of the position of this stone over here, he is a little, worried that if he were to try to dead-on nose this center stone, that it would not be out-counting that other stone. And therefore, he would not be shot and give up probably just 1 red point, which wouldn't be terrible, but you are already down 2-0, so I think a great decision here. Trust yourself, trust your draw. And all you got to do is get a little bit more than a bite of the 8-foot. Sweeping this one end to end. Now they come off. Did they oversweep it? It's going to need to settle down. And it will not. That stone is going to go right out the back of the house. And that is going to unfortunately be 4 red. If you're a new curler out there watching, the takeaway from that throw is that sweeping is just as much important as shot making, especially at this level. You can really affect your team and affect your outcomes quite a bit by knowing how to sweep and knowing when to sweep, just as much as you can by having good shot throwing abilities. So, just a little bit of a misread there by the team on the sweep. And that's all it takes. That rock 2 feet too heavy after sweeping it end to end, and it goes right on by. So 6-2 now the score, and the red team's going to throw this stone into the house. Settles in right on the tee line. If you're new to the sport of curling or new to watching, that horizontal line in the middle of the target is the tee line, the vertical line, the center line. The target, of course, we refer to as the house. And so here we go. What can our yellow team set up? Not a bad result there, honestly, for our yellow team there. Able to keep a rock in play. That's really what's important. You're down 6 points, but at this level, that's not out of it by any means. Just gotta get some rocks in play, see what you can come up with. The old handout from the sweeper, trying to use the force to slow that one down. And does stick around in the house. Now, of course, that yellow stone over on the other side that's between the 8 and the 12 foot is out counting it. And so now a takeout coming from yellow, trying to remove that red stone that is currently shot rock. This rock sailing wide on him. It's going to come back and make contact with their own yellow and basically trade stones there. Unfortunately, that is going to give the red team the opportunity to change their plan and just start removing the yellow stones. Just as a reminder to anyone out there watching, this is just sort of a test stream for us. We have our big Tropicurl tournament coming up this weekend starting on Thursday, and we're making sure everything's working. So we'll keep this feature sheet stream going as long as we can, but we are working on testing a few things out. So if you see the stream disappear, there is another stream available. Our standard stream with all 4 sheets is also on and will be on all evening. And so a hit coming from yellow just makes contact with the red, but unfortunately taps it into the other red, and it will not remove it. So leaves red sitting 3. And Skip Jamie Smith says, all right, let's get the play back to the middle here. Sort of curling 101, if you will, is if you don't have hammer, play to the middle. If you do have hammer, play to the sides. The non-hammer team trying to shrink the scoring area as much as possible, as quickly as possible, typically. And the hammer team trying to play to the sides, play to the edges, keep that house nice and wide open so that they have maximum scoring opportunity. And unfortunately for yellow thrower Joe Kaminsky there, that rock's going to sail right on out the back. And now red is going to come under their center guard. It can be tricky for new curlers when you get into these situations. Curling strategy is a little counterintuitive. What you would probably think of as offense, we tend to think of as defense, and what would typically be considered a defensive strategy in most sports, we sort of think of as offense. And so when you start to get down big and you see a lot of rocks from the other team mounting up, it's easy to start hitting them because you're trying to sort of play defense and just keep them from scoring. But sometimes you got to reset your mindset a little bit and think, well, can I draw to that? Can I freeze to that? What can I do to keep my stone around and go on offense a little bit so that I have a chance to score? Because being down 6-0, if you blank every end, or even if you limit your opponent to 1 every end, you don't have a chance to win if you can't score. And that's not an easy thing to get your head around. A lot of new curlers, that's a counterintuitive strategy. This throw a little wide. Dave McCormick's trying to push it over, and does it get out? No. So a misfire there. The throw a little wide. Not able to get it back over close enough to the nose, and the yellow shot jams. Now it is outcounted by both the red stones there. But it does give the yellow team a chance here to set up an end again. Now, this stone is very wide. The line call there, as you can see, was right about here, and that stone just now getting back to where the line call was, so that means the throw was more out here. When you see the skip standing down there, that's has nothing to do with where they want the rock to stop. That broom is the line that they want the thrower to slide to and throw the rock at. And then they anticipate, based on how hard the rock is thrown, how much it's going to curl away from that broom. So currently here in Pittsburgh on our ice with our recently textured stones, a draw is going to curl 5 to 5.5 feet. It might even curl more if you are someone who throws very light handle or light rotation. And what we're calling for here, what looks to be about a control weight hit, is going to curl about 1.5 feet. And so we hear the sweeper call out control, so that means the weight was hit. Was the line hit? It was hit good enough. Really well done there. Great throw, great sweep. Leaves their stone top 12 partially under the guard. And now if you're the yellow team, the chance you had maybe started to set up with your rock out there in the 12-foot, kind of undone there with that great shot by Skip, Jamie Smith of the red team. Now there is still a decent amount of space there. So they're talking here, about drawing around. So again, throwing at the broom, and as the rock comes into the house, it will curl its way around underneath here. And certainly you can still absolutely get 2 points here if you're yellow. And that's what you need. You're down 6-0, but again, at this level of curling, anything is possible. Comebacks like that can happen all the time, so just get your 2 points if you can. Get on the board. Stop the bleeding a little bit. So we'll see if they can make a draw. The stone is on the way. The line looks pretty good. Now, can they manage this stone appropriately? Last end, of course, a little bit of an oversweep on a draw attempt. And sent it through the house. And this is going to be the same thing, unfortunately. So, heavy throw, a little bit oversweep, and right out the back of the house that goes. We'll see if they're able to adjust on their last throw. See if they can figure out to just take maybe a little bit more ice and throw it slower, give it more in the hands of your sweeper. As Jamie Smith tries to take that opportunity away, throwing a draw down the other side of the sheet. Oh, no, excuse me. This is actually a hit. So electing to just basically guarantee that the yellow teams can't score 2 points. And they do. And as a sneaky little bonus, that red stone is just hanging around in the back of the 12-foot there. And so here we go again for the yellow team. Need a draw to the full middle of the 8-foot circle to score a point. I like the adjustment here. They had a little talk about it, said, all right, let's take another few inches of ice. So great adjustment there. A great decision. You've got the whole 8-foot circle to work with. There's no reason to get anywhere near those 2 center stones. And this is, I think, pretty heavy, so they're going to hope it comes back here and just taps that red stone in the side. Oh, no, it's actually slowing down quite a bit, and it will just bite the 8-foot there. That's going to be really close. It's going to be at least 1 red, and maybe 2. We'll see. It's hard to tell. Our overhead camera is not directly over the center of the house, so never able to completely tell on shots like this. And, you know, again, just really shows the importance of understanding when to sweep. Shot making is one thing, but you don't want to have to make shots 100% perfectly out of your hand every time. And so, you know, new curlers that can learn how and when to sweep just as much as they focus on shot making can help themselves and help their team out. And, you know, that shot just needed a little bit of sweeping. You know, 5 or 6 breaststrokes down the ice to take off the frost, and that shot probably makes it. So we'll see a measure here. The device they're using has a adjustable micrometer that slides in and out. Has a little peg sticking down that touches the stones, and so you set it on one stone, see how much pressure it sets on the gauge, and then you swing it around the ice, touch the other stones. The stone that puts the most pressure on is the closest to the middle. And this must be pretty close between these two as they're going to go again. So you can see both devices looking down as the micrometer passes over. And we'll see what they say. I believe the call was that it was both reds were closer, but we'll take a look. So just kind of a bad break there for the yellow team. Second end, a draw chance for one goes through. And third end, a draw chance for one comes up just a matter of 3 or 4 inches short. And unfortunately now, a commanding lead for the red team as we head into the fourth end. If you've just joined us recently, this is just a test stream for us, so we don't typically have commentary for our league night games, but we have a big event coming up this weekend, so just here making sure everything works. I'll be with you off and on for the rest of this game here, which is the spring final for our Tuesday Night Futures League. These players all mostly 2 years of experience or less. Got a few extra special guests out on the ice tonight just to make sure we had enough games, but most of the players you see out there, 2 years of experience or less. And we do have 2 streams going, so if this stream drops for any reason, you can check out all 3 games that are going on our other stream that we always have that features all 4 of our sheets here at the Pittsburgh Curling Club.
Talking to me.